When you say something is the Rolls-Royce of, I don't know, you name it, you assume it's the best and also the most expensive. Well, the Rolls-Royce of SUVs is here, the Cullinan, and here to discuss the first ever all-terrain Rolls is Martin Fritsches. Look at that. President of Rolls-Royce Motor Cars Americas. Okay. A Rolls-Royce. I mean, you just think of limos and sedans, luxury. An SUV. What are you guys thinking with the SUV?
Jen, finally, yes, 100%. It was definitely what the brand was needing and expecting for the last couple of years, and it was finally. It came out end of last year, and it's truly doing spectacular.
Can you give us a sense, I guess, of what the sales have been, just relative to your expectations, and then thinking about, per Jen's intro, right, the Rolls-Royce of, it's a higher-end car. Were you guys thinking about trying to broaden out your offerings to bring in new buyers that you couldn't meet before?
As I said before, clearly Cullinan has been a game changer for the brand globally, of course, also particularly here in the States. And last year, 2018, we had the best year ever globally, over 4,100 commissions. And of course, also here in the States, in North America, the number of, or the family of our patrons has also been increasing. So clearly a big success. And as I said, also looking forward, great expectations.
So what is the price point here? Let's cut to the chase, number one. And number two, what do you do with an SUV Rolls-Royce? Do you hunt grizzly bears in Alaska? I mean, what are some use cases?
Well, let's start with the price point. Okay. It started at $330,000, but I would say that average-wise, our customers, the commissions, they round about $410,000.
With the extras.
Cars. Exactly. We call it more the bespokes because, again, it's not just four wheels, but it's the whole concept overall. And when it comes to the Cullinan, clearly, it's not only following the trend within the industry, or automotive industry, but it's also people that want finally, particularly in the States and in Canada, the SUV, and of course also the all-wheel drive feature. And it's not just driving in the city, in Manhattan, for example, or in Miami, in Beverly Hills, but clearly also in the Outback in the Midwest.
I could see it going well with a Scottish castle.
Sure.
Yeah. Right, just parked there and they're going out into the moors and then, I don't know.
What if you scratch it? Yeah. I don't know. I'm just too worried about it getting hurt.
So the stock market has ripped higher the past 2 months. Have you started to see a pickup in your sales from rich people feeling pretty good about themselves?
Of course, that the way the economy is performing and doing, it has a certain effect into our sales, definitely. But I would say that we look more into the midterm, and I would say in the last 2 years, the sales have been overall growing. And it has been, of course, with a stronger economic environment, but also because of the number of the new product Cullinan and now having the 5th product here. And
when's the fully autonomous Rolls coming?
Well, here we have to wait still a little bit, but certainly in the next decade.
And what does Cullinan mean, by the way? What is the name?
Cullinan it comes from the name of the biggest, largest diamond found ever.
See,
it was
completely agree. You were nodding your head, and I was. Did you know that?
I only
okay,
know
good.
I looked it up.
Okay.
Yes.
And it came from South Africa.
Okay. Yeah, you could drive around and go to diamond mines.
Back in the earliest 20th century.
Right. Awesome.
Okay, so I know just from my parking garage that parking these is more expensive than parking a regular car. I know if you have to think about how much you're going to pay to park.
You're still buying one, Jen.
It's expensive. Then there's also insurance.
I want to go to that garage.
Right? I mean,
if you have to ask, Jen.
Do people lease these cars?
Definitely.
Really?
Particularly in the US.
How much is a lease?
And lease, it depends, of course, also about the credit rating, but overall you get a Rolls-Royce roughly around $3,500 per month.
Wait, there's somebody that could buy one of these that doesn't have perfect credit? I imagine somebody that's buying a $400,000 car, their credit must be impeccable.
No, of course, the credit, not necessarily. No. I mean, there are always opportunities, but believe it or not, almost 80% of our sales here in the States go through financing, lease or loan.
So you can get one for less than $50K a year. You could lease one.
Sure. Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And that's exactly where we see the opportunity here. And that's one of the other reasons why also the brand and the business is growing here in the States.
Well, and I want to think about younger consumers too, because I think that wealthy millennials, whether they get rich on their own or it's inherited wealth, are probably going to have different tastes than what their parents did. So is the Cullinan an effort by you guys to try to attract more, nouveau riche, I guess, into your brand sphere? Are you seeing some uptake, I guess I should say, with younger consumers?
Myles, you hit the nail clearly. It's not only following the trend having launched the SUV. But it is the main purpose also is to attack a new audience, and with the ultra high net worth individuals growing globally, but particularly in North America, of course also the audience is younger there, and with a product like Cullinan with an SUV or wheel drive, then we make it far more accessible.
And just to, you mentioned that a lot of people are, the commission is $410, so it's a 90 or 80K upsell from the base price. What are the kinds of things that I'm getting for that? What can I get in my Cullinan when I put in the order after this segment?
No, I mean, the level of bespoke, it comes up between 20 to 30% of the value of the price. And of course, we have a huge variety of different customization or bespoke items. You have the viewing suite in the case of Cullinan, where you open the trunk and you have the two beautiful seats where you can even have a bottle of champagne on this little table and just watch the landscape.
Yes.
I mean, you have the very refined leather. You have the interior with a wood trim.
Yes.
I mean, it's all highly bespoke. And of course, it takes more time than to order it, but it's at the end a piece of art.
You might want to wait till the kids are grown up before you get a lot of that stuff in there, because I'm concerned about the scratching. Quite honestly.
I'm very stressful.
That's how I get one pre-kids.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry about that.
Exactly.
You don't get a dog or anything like that. If Elon Musk called and said, I want to make a Rolls-Royce Tesla hybrid, would you take the call?
Of course, I would always take the call. I would say that nevertheless, Rolls-Royce being part of the BMW group, of course, we already have our strategy, we have our resources and heavily investing in new technologies. So, of course, we would always listen, and I would personally listen to him, but we have also a clear strategy for that.
All right, Martin Fritsches, president of Rolls-Royce Motor Cars Americas. Now we all know we can lease this car.
I can't wait.
We'll get it, Myles.
We'll see. We'll see who gets one first. Oh, and thank you so much to Brian Sozzi.
Great.